All right, let's talk about the homework for Module 8. So Module 8, we have the homework here that is our homework from the book. Then we have this one. It says, you have been the coding supervisor for about 2 months at the Wiregrass Hospital. You were told when you were hired that there were problems, so you were prepared. You are settling in and getting a strong grasp of what has been happening in the areas of coding quality and issues with the charge master. A baseline coding audit has identified that there is a problem with quality of coding performed. The audits show a wide range of problems across the patient type, services, and coders. There's a lot of work ahead to improve the coding function to achieve the desired 98% accuracy rate, as the last audit showed only 87% accuracy. You decided to begin by conducting a face validity audit of codes. You print a report of the most recent discharge codes to see if you can identify any glaring problems. Part 1. Perform a face validity review of the 6 discharges in the table below to ensure compliance to official coding guidelines, which can be found in your code book or online. So you can use your VLab. Access to that. So here's case number 1. Let's do it. Principal diagnosis is B96.20, unspecified E. coli as the cause of disease classified elsewhere. Secondary is N39.0, urinary tract infection, site not specified. So what you need to do is look up both of these codes and see which one should be primary and which one should be secondary, and determine if this is the correct order. So when you do that, you're going to find that the problem that's been identified is that it's the incorrect sequence. The primary diagnosis is N39.0, and the secondary is going to be the E. coli. So all you're going to do is you're going to go in and you're going to look and make sure that the order, you're looking at the order, is it correct? Is there too many codes? Should there not be a secondary? Are we missing codes? So you're just going to go through and look and do that for those 6. But when you go into your code book, N39.0, you're going to find that it's going to state that that's your primary and that you need to identify the bacteria. Let me find the exact wording. N39.0. So N39.0 says use an additional code to identify, and it says B95 to B97. If I look up B96, B96.20. It says E. coli is the cause of the diseases classified elsewhere. So you have to look up both codes and it will guide you to how it should be. So for case 1, the order is incorrect. All right, so that's part 1. Now part 2 is you discover that the Wiregrass Medical Charge Master has not been maintained as it should. So the first thing you have to do is you have to answer some questions. And I think that those pages need to be updated. Let's see. After completion, specifically, what is the charge master? Yeah, I'm going to update these pages. This is pages 180 through Please complete the following. So these are just answering some questions. Now, then it says on this, after reviewing the following, determine if the information is correct. If there's any missing, highlight the elements in the table you must correct and correct those elements. The code description is correct, but you must check either the revenue code, CPT, or HCPCS to see that they are correct. If not, correct the errors. Well, that's in there twice. Let's fix that while we're fixing. So here is a place where we can go and we can get our revenue codes. Check the agreement button on the site and be sure that you do not abuse. Make your corrections in red. So we're going to look at this first row here. So I'm going to open this up. Open the hyperlink. Accept. Okay, so we are looking for revenue code 320. So 320 is a radiology diagnostic, and what we're looking at is a forearm tube use. So that would be a radiology diagnostic. That would be a general. It's just a general x-ray. So we can say that our revenue code is correct. Now, so our revenue code is correct. So now what we need to do is we need to check this code. This is a CPT code. So we're going to need to check the CPT. Now, if you haven't had CPT 2400, you can look that code up in the encoder. So I'm going to look up CPT code 73070. It says that that's a radiologic exam of the elbow tube use. So that means that we have the wrong CPT code. So we need to find the correct code. So if I look right below, I see that that should be 73090, and I need to make that red. Okay. So my revenue code is correct. My CPT code is wrong. So I'm using this link for my revenue codes, and then I need to use my CPT or my HCPCS books for these, or I can use VLAB 3M encoder to check those. Any correction that needs to be made in red. So that's the two parts to that homework. All right, I'm going to close that. I'm going to fix those page numbers. Okay. The next thing we have is it says complete the attached Word document and upload here. So we're going to So this one is asking you to put a description. So you're going to describe each one of these, and then you put if it's hospital or standard for all facilities. So this is going to come straight from the book. Go to your book. You can even look in the back of the book if you wanted for your descriptions, or you can take it from your slides. But this is going to describe these, and then you say, is it hospital or is it national? We answered that in one of those questions. The next thing is answering these code sets. You can use the information from your text as well for putting in what code set CM, PCS, CPT, HCPCS, which one is going to go where. Now, you do have to be specific if you mean CPT and you want to use HCPCS, you have to say HCPCS 1. You can't just put HCPCS for everything and it be counted correct. Because in this homework assignment, HCPCS is going to be HCPCS, CPT is going to be CPT. All right, is that all the homework? Those are the homeworks for this one, and then you have your test, 32 questions. So that's the homework for this one.